Hey, this is Mark from Caliber Home Loans. Today we've got another episode of Mortgage Tips from the Trenches, and today we're going to talk about property taxes and where to get the information you need before you buy the home and what happens after you buy the home. So, as a buyer, you're out there looking at homes or condos, and you finally decided on a house or condo that you want to put an offer in. So before putting in that offer, it's important that you reach out to your lender to have him or her run all of your numbers, and part of those numbers are the property taxes. And depending on where the house is, the property taxes can be a decent portion of your payment if you're going to include them in your monthly payment. So there are two amounts that you need to know. You need to know what the current taxes are that are paid by the seller. So this amount is used in the qualification of the mortgage, so it's added to the principal, interest, and the insurance, and is used in qualifying you for a certain mortgage amount. Now, if you have an escrow account, it's also going to be included in your monthly payment, and it's going to be used to set up that escrow account at closing. The second property tax amount you need to know is what your taxes are going to be after you close on your house and the city or township reassesses that house, because property taxes will go up at that point. I did shoot a quick video that speaks specifically to that. I'll include that in the description below. So when you look at a home's listing ticket, because as you're looking at homes, you're going to get listing tickets from your realtor. They always have, they'll always list summer and winter property taxes on the listing ticket, but unfortunately they're not always up to date. So most of the lenders and realtors, and some of the realtors, use the website that I'm going to show you to actually look up property taxes. Now, not all cities and townships will actually post their information on this site. Some charge $2 to do that. But if it's not there at all, you can reach out, either email or call the treasurer for where the home is located, and they'll either give you that information or direct you to a different site where you can get that information. So let's go ahead and look at that website. So this is the home screen to it's BS&A online. So this is where you're going to start. So there's a municipality drop down. So click that button, and that will bring up a secondary screen. Now you can either search by along this row, it'll bring up the different counties, or I just type in the city or township. So in this case, let's do Rochester Hills. Click on Rochester Hills, and that will bring up another screen. So here's the screen for Rochester Hills. So all they need to do is type in the address, so just the number and the street address. So we're just going to type in an address that I know, and then we're just going to hit search. Now this will bring up another page. It'll show the address and the parcel number and the current owner. Just click anywhere along that bar, and it will bring up another page that will give you more information. So what we're interested in is the tax information tab. So if it's not selected, just click on the tax information and scroll down. Now you're going to get a whole list of property taxes that have been paid. We're really only concerned with the most current two property taxes. So in this case, 2020 winter, which is due and not paid yet, and then 2020 summer. We just take the last two property tax amounts, add them together, and divide by 12. That becomes the monthly amount that's used in your qualification numbers. And if you're going to have an escrow account, that amount will show up in your payment every month. So that's really all there is to it. Now you can get a little bit more information. Click on this little drop down. You'll see on this side that it says 100%. That means that the current owner lives there as a primary. It's 100% homesteaded. If it was 0, that means that the current owner is renting out the property. Also, you'll want to notice that the taxable value is less than the current SCV or cash value that the city thinks the house is worth. These are half of what they actually think it's worth. So that's worth noting, what that disparity is between those two amounts. But that's really it. So that's where we find the taxes now. So the second step is to find out what taxes are going to be after the home is closed and sold. So what happens is, after a certain amount of time, usually in the spring, the city or township will reassess your property, and the taxable value will get raised to half of the purchase price. And I shot a quick video that explains that, and I'll have that in the description below. But So we need to go to a different site to get what the property tax estimate for future taxes. So on this site, this is called the property tax estimator through the state of Michigan. Now they're using 2018 millage rates, which are used to actually compute the tax amounts, but it's going to be close enough unless the city or township has really jacked up their millage rates. It'll be pretty close to what they will be actually down the road. So again, it's pretty easy to use this web page. So you start out with putting in half of the purchase price. So let's say the purchase price was $200,000. So we want to put in $100,000. So half the amount. Then you want to choose your county. So let's go ahead and choose let's go ahead and choose Macomb County. And let's choose Clinton Township. So it's going to ask you for a school district. It's really important that you know what school district that the home or condo is in, because it will affect the property taxes. So let's say that for our example, we're in the Clintondale Community Schools. So you'll see that there's two sets of rates. There's the homestead, and there's a non-homestead. So non-homestead, if you were buying a home for investment purposes, you'd use the second amount, the non-homestead amount. So let's go ahead and look at a different school district. So let's say Fraser. See how the property taxes changed? So they actually went down. So Fraser, it's a little bit cheaper to live in Fraser. It's a little bit cheaper to live in Clinton Township in the Fraser Public School District. So that's really all there is to this. Now, to get a really accurate number, I would still email or call the township or city treasurer and say, hey, I'm buying a house at 123 Main Street. They're going to look up what school district that's in, and then they're going to quote, you're going to want to know what the property taxes are based on current millage rates. So you just want to know what the annual amount is, and they'll be more than happy to give that to you. So that's really it as far as it comes to getting current taxes and future taxes. So don't assume you can't afford to buy a home of your own. I work with a lot of first-time home buyers, and sometimes they're shocked that they can actually afford more than they thought. Rates are super low. So reach out. Be happy to discuss options that fit your specific criteria. Thanks a lot for watching, and have a great day.